So, namaste and welcome to Satsang today. So, as always, let's begin with a reminder of why we're here in Satsang. And that's really because Satsang is for the direct realization of truth. So, we've reached that point in our journey, our journeyless journey from here to here, where we're not satisfied by believing in something. We're not satisfied by even having trust in something or even having faith in something. Those are beautiful stages along the way. But we've reached this point now in our journey where we want to know. And not only do we want to know so deeply who we really are that we automatically begin to live from that place. And satsang is for the direct experience. So, meaning it's not something that is, we're just not just going to talk about the truth. We're going to dive into it very, very deeply. And when we have a direct experience of the truth, something that we may think is very difficult to achieve, but it's not really. And we're going to look at that tonight in our satsang here. When we have a direct experience, it's different because it's not something that you've just heard a teacher say. It's not something you've read in a book somewhere or something you remember, an experience that you had of truth 20 years ago, perhaps, or even yesterday. But it's something that happens for us right now, today, this now moment. And the power of a direct experience of who you really are, rather than hearing about it from someone else or reading about it in a scripture, is that it's going to immediately begin to undermine your mind's ability to doubt yourself, to doubt your awakening, to doubt your progress, all of that. So, when we are engaged in direct experience like this, it's going to begin to have the effect upon the whole rest of our life, in fact. If we come to actually experience that we are one being instead of many, one being with many faces instead of an infinite number of beings, then we're going to begin to experience life from a different place. Can you imagine just for a moment? Can you imagine just for a moment what would happen if the whole of the human race, just for a moment, had a glimpse that we were only one being, thinking in each mind that we are many and that we're all separate from each other. But if we had a glimpse just for a moment, and if we kept coming back to that again and again, and experiencing it again and again, it's like if you had a bowl of clear water, a big bowl of clear, normal water, and you kept bringing some blue color dye to it. Each time you came, you dropped one drop of blue color into the water. First time you do that, you won't be able to notice any difference. But if you keep coming back with another drop and another drop. One day you'll look at the water and go, it looks different. It's like a pale blue. And then you keep coming again and again and again. Suddenly the water is completely changed. When it happened, we can't really say, oh, it was this day. It was this day that it all changed. So we come back like this. We experience who we really are again and again, again and again and again and again. And that's all a sage has really done. An awakened being has just experienced the truth of who they are so often that it's clear who they are not. So the next time some old thought pattern arises and it's in separation, it's from the old way that I am just a single being here on my own, trying to make it through life with a limited lifespan and just trying to get through the day. That's going to be clearly not true, more and more clearly not true. So we are immersing ourselves in truth more and more. And that is speeding up. It's speeding up. If you notice your own journey, there's some kind of gathering of momentum. It's happening both individually and on a global scale right now as well, which is good news. And as we begin to experience the truth, it begins to shift how we think, what we believe in, and what we know to be certain. It also gives us more strength and clarity to actually begin to step away gently from some old thoughts that are not true. And that doesn't mean we push those thoughts away. We can just clearly look at them and say, this is from the old sense of separate self. And I'd rather live over here where the truth is. So, how do we experience the truth now, today, here? Well, we're going to practice something. We're going to work on accepting what is, loving what is. And I say work on it, but we're not really going to work hard. In fact, I'd like you to just listen to the instructions and don't try to do anything with them inside. And if something tries to do something with them inside anyway, you just let that do its thing. If the seeker energy takes this information and starts to really try to make something of it, can you just notice that? So loving what is, it's easy, says the mind, when it's things that we like. If it was bliss or peace or joy, then we've no problem loving what is. What do we do when it's fear, shame, pain in the body, self-hatred, any of those things that we don't want to face? Barrage of thoughts. How do we love what is then? Well, actually, it comes down to a simple thing that once we understand, it gives us this key to freedom when we begin to experience life as it actually is. And that is that if we have some kind of thing going on that we don't like, can we also accept that we don't like it? So if you had some deep peace right now, some real deep peace and a sense of contentment, there's nothing within you that's arguing with that. And that's why it feels good. It feels really good. There's no thought that says, I don't want this peace, it should go away. There's no division between you and peace. You're here and there's peace. If, on the other hand, we experience fear, for example, and of course you can substitute this for any emotion at all, or physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain, financial pain, relationship pain, anything at all. If you were to experience fear, then the very next thing that's going to happen is some thought or some energy is going to move inside that says, I don't want this. I do not want this. So you also have the capacity to be with this fear and to also be with this that says, no, no, I do not choose this. I do not want this. So if you're experiencing something right now as you're listening, maybe your body hurts or you're tired or there's a lot of thoughts going on, maybe so many thoughts that you can hardly hear what's being said. Can you notice that there's a sense of, no, I don't want this? There's the thing itself, and then there's the no that comes along with it. Just like when peace arises or bliss, there's a yes, a yes. Fear arises, there's a no, I don't want this. It's an energetic thing, right? You can feel it. So let's just for a moment, whatever we're experiencing, whether we label it positive or negative in the mind, let's see if we can simply accept what is. Whatever the senses are perceiving, whatever the mind is doing, whatever the body's feeling. Can you just be with what is? And also including in that any yes that tries to grab and keep a hold of something we like, and also any no that tries to push something away. This is loving what is. Loving doesn't mean liking necessarily, but even loving that which does not like. Of course, if I'm feeling fear or physical pain or self-hatred, I'm not going to like it. Of course, I'm going to have something arise that doesn't want it. Of course, I am going to have something arise that says no. But it's only my rejection of that no that brings me into a sense of separation. Then there's a me and what I am rejecting. And it's then the sense of division that actually hurts me. If instead this thing is allowed to arise alongside the no, I don't want this. In fact, they're one and the same thing. You can't have the fear without the no. If this could become a yes, the fear would turn into peace. So we allow the things that we like and the things that we don't like in our experience. Doesn't mean we condone them or want to keep them. We're just allowing them to exist. They already exist. This emotion, this pain, these thoughts, this experience that we don't like, it's already here, it's happening. It's pointless to reject what already is. It only accentuates the sense of separation, me and what I'm experiencing. There's a me and I don't like what I'm experiencing. And we do this the other way around too. When there's something we do like, peace, love, joy, bliss, contentment, equanimity, something arises and says, yes, yes. And again, as I grab for something, there's me and something. There's suddenly two. Before there was just me appearing as peace, joy. Then there's suddenly a sense of separation and someone wants to hold on to this. So very simply, can we practice right now, just as I'm talking, noticing what you're experiencing? feeling, what is your mind doing right now? What are your emotions doing? What are your senses perceiving? How is your body feeling? Also noticing any yes that's going on and any no that's going on. And just somewhere inside saying yes to all of it. If you're going to exist, if you're going to appear inside me, this emotion, these thoughts, this experience, I might as well say yes, even to the no. I can say yes, even to the no. Even to the mechanism of separation, I can say yes. You begin to experience then that it's never what we're experiencing that hurts us, but really how we're interacting with it. Even for an awakened being, there would still be some no that arises, and still be some yes that arises. The difference, perhaps, is that they're just phenomena coming and going. Don't cling on to anything, don't reject anything. We don't even reject the rejecting. We don't hold on to the holding on. This is mine. I want to keep it. So when we begin to use our experience like this, then the divide between me and what I'm experiencing begins to collapse. There's just what is. And even if your mind is trying to go into relationship with what is, trying to think about what is in an attempt to create some sense of separation, can you just say yes to that also? Total non-resistance to even resistance. Where is it written that actually you're supposed to like everything and not mind anything and only have positive experiences? What happens to those negative experiences if we stop trying to get rid of them? Can they stay as negative experiences? What if then awakening was just a great big yes? Yes. Yes to everything I like, yes to everything I don't like, because pushing it away hasn't worked anyway. Pushing something away that you don't like, a lot of thoughts or a very strong emotion, negative emotion, hasn't really worked anyway. Temporarily at best. There's a difference between temporary relief and actual transcendence. In our open and global yes to everything, even to the no's, right? Then everything that we don't like is free to change into what we do like. Mind says, when this changes into something I do like, then I'll accept it. But does that ever work really for any of us? Let's just practice for 1 or 2 more minutes here. Just being with what is, loving what is. If you're restless, be restless. If you're in pain, be in pain. If you don't like the pain, really, really don't like it. If you're bored, be bored. If you're tired, be tired. If you're happy, be happy. If you're bored and happy, be both of those. If you're blissed out right now and desperately trying to hold on to that bliss, do that 100% of what you can do. Go all in to this moment. And you'll find that the sense of separation just falls away. There's no you as a someone experiencing something else. There's just experiencing. No subject experiencing an object, just pure subjective experiencing. The senses are just reporting feedback, but to nobody in particular. The mind is talking, but to nobody in particular. Emotions are being felt. States are coming and going, happening to nobody in particular. Just this real you. Begin to discover this permanent, stable place of equanimity, stability, that can experience anything without losing its cool. Likes and dislikes can arise inside that, and it's absolutely okay. If you really, really feel right now that you're not making any progress in your awakening, for example, can you really accept that? Like, really accept? Okay. Okay. And see what happens. And it comes down to this one very simple fact that awakening is a constant, effortless loving what is, because it's become a habit. Automatically, there's an acceptance, even of what the mind would reject. There's an acceptance of the mind that's rejecting. I don't want this. No longer are we arguing with what is. Also, what is a desire included in what is arising in this moment is a desire for things to be better. So accepting what is not a passive thing that's going to resign us to the fact that it's never going to change. Quite the opposite, in fact. And maybe you can feel that right now. The moment I truly accept that I do not like this thing, somehow it changes. If I try to accept that every time peace comes, I grab for it, something grabs and reaches for it. If I don't say that should not be so, peace can stay. It is only our argument with what is that makes us feel separate to what is, and therefore disturbed. This yes, this sense of yes, globally, our whole experience obliterates any sense of separation. Yes to the good in life, yes to the bad, the highs and the lows, the like and the extreme dislike of what's going on, our preferences, our desires, everything. Even yes to my self-judgment, yes to my self-hatred, yes. I give you permission to exist. Seeing as how you exist anyway, I'll give you permission. And quite the opposite happens to what the mind fears. The mind fears that I will always feel this way if I accept it. Hmm. Actually, the moment I accept it, it has to change. What use is it of arguing with what is when it already is? How is that going to help? Except to waste our energy and to make us feel separate to what is. This is how it is right now. This thing that I like, this thing that I don't like, my thoughts about it, trying to push it away, trying to hold on, all of that can just be what's happening in this moment. And we find the peace is here immediately and stays. We're no longer paying this heavy tax of separation. We're no longer busy sorting experiences into categories, wanted, not wanted. Everything is experienced with the same beauty and equanimity because they're not separate, feeling separate from it. So this yes is something that we can cultivate as a habit. And if awakening can be explained in one sentence, it would be this for me: a habitual, automatic yes to even the no. We always have the choice and the power to say yes, always. I'm not talking about the mind here. The mind might always say no. It has its no's and its yeses, right? I like this, I want more of it. I don't like this, I don't want it. But you can always accept and say yes, even to the mind, and it will go quiet immediately in this. What if life then is just showing you the things that you're not yet fully accepting and therefore allowing to change? What if these things come to you to move through you and change in frequency? What if life is a constant thing? This fear arises, this shame, this whatever it is. So you can say yes. Even the things that we thought we could never accept, we can accept from here. This tiny word, yes, is a way of life as an awakened being. And it's only a habit that has been cultivated. Just a few minutes each day practicing like this, you begin to realize just how beautiful it is. You want to do more of it. Eventually, it'll just take over your whole life. When you begin to transform in that yes, what is happening inside and outside around your body, nothing can escape this yes. Nothing at all. The yes is love. Love, if it could say anything, it would say yes. Life will give you things that you think you can't accept, just to show you that you can. Even this, even this. Perhaps you had a taste of real equanimity, real peace, contentment. How much energy we waste in arguing with reality suddenly becomes available as deep peace, contentment. And when you continue with this habit, continuing to choose the yes, at some point it becomes um, a rich depth of peace and enjoy and love and bliss. Bliss is just the effect of a habitual, automatic yes. Fear and shame and apathy and despair are just a habit, a result of a habitual no. You know, when I was really in the middle of my awakening and I started to experience some bliss, I noticed this thing trying to grab a hold of it, right, and keep it. And immediately my response was, no, I should not grab a hold of it. But I was grabbing hold of it. But I shouldn't. How can we ever feel anything stable and permanent, such as joy and peace and bliss, when I'm constantly arguing with myself? This is what I'm doing, and I'm saying I shouldn't be doing it. Finally, something just relaxed and said, well, I am grabbing it, trying to keep it. I am. The futility of arguing with it just became obvious. This is what's happening. Just as the futility of trying to push away fear became obvious. I'm trying to push it away, and right now I can't stop pushing it away. Can I just accept that and say yes? This is how it is. If we just got this one thing, all shoulds and shouldn'ts would fall away in our life. All judgment of self and others would fall away. What do you think life is like then? And it was a kind of a little mantra going around in my head the whole time that this is what is. This is reality right now, how it's showing up. This is how I'm appearing. And it's impossible to feel separate to anything and to suffer from there. I hope that gave you a taste of something different to what you might have experienced before. I hope that it gave you some way, simple way to navigate through life as the awakened being does. What if that's all that's changed is this habit of yes, 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 yes. This is what is, yes. I'm not going to argue with what already is. It doesn't work to change it anyway. It only makes it stay there longer. So, I went on for a rant there, sorry. If there are any questions or any challenges you'd like some help with, feel free to raise your hand, and we'll see how many we can get to. Pauline? Oops.
Hello, Helen.
Hi, love.
And the beautiful synchronicity of that. I don't know if you said it or I read it that you said, but something's been really it's coming up all the time at the moment, which is you said somewhere, really, meditation is a love affair with what is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just been playing around. And rather than yes, it's been just like open, 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 because I love the love affair thing. It's a dynamic thing. It's not just, it's this constant thing. So anyway, thank you so much for that because it's so beautiful. Now, this question just arose earlier. Somebody said to me, they weren't feeling well, and they said, please send some healing vibes my way. And, you know, from time to time, people ask you this, and I never really know quite what I should do because I don't want to think of them as a person in pain or a person. That just seems sort of counterproductive. I'm separating it if I'm thinking of them. So what came to me was just see them as they really are. But I'd really like your input on this. So
Yeah. You can just take a moment and picture them in your mind, picture them healthy and radiant and well and smiling. Can you get a sense of it?
I can. The other thing, though, that comes up to me is that old habits of thinking about them as, well, they really should, that's why these things are occurring. And then I think, okay, that's why this is coming up as well, so that I can look at these things too. So with those thoughts, I mean, I'm not blaming myself for them. I recognize they're just old patterns of thought going through. So I guess I could thank them for
We
giving me the
can do
occasion.
like we've done tonight. Can we just say yes to them?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Inside my head, I'm trying to direct what this person should do next. Yes. Okay. Like, go for it. Like, go at it. Go for it. Have at it, mind.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Thank you.
You notice what happens when you do that, right?
Well, you get light for one thing, and you start laughing and you start,
And you immediately stop thinking.
yes.
What if
Okay.
thoughts are not really the problem, but a symptom of a resistance to what is, an argument with what is?
Oh, I like that. Ah, yeah, I like that a
Thoughts are
lot.
not the main event. We think they are, right? I should stop
Mm,
thinking about this thing, but they're just a more of a reflection of my no that's going on right now. If I can go, okay, okay, to the fact this person isn't feeling well, and okay to my thoughts that are trying to organize this person's life, you know.
I
Between
do.
my ears, I'm such an expert. I know exactly what's right for everyone. Can I just say yes to that? Do I have to resist it? Like somewhere back in the eons of the beginning of the separate self, whatever that is, somebody gave it the message that resisting what is actually works. But it's never, ever worked, has it?
I love that because it's just giving you more and more insight into where the resistance is arising. So more and more things to say yes to. I love that.
And it's
Oh,
like
that's
not even about this other person now, is it? It's about what I'm doing with what's going on inside my head.
with this.
So it's always an inside job. How you help that person is always an inside job. As I stop resisting what is, that has to have an effect upon the other being because they're not other, really.
Right. That was the problem I was always coming up against is if I want to do that, I'm making them other. So I used to get trapped. But to say that that lovely thing about the thoughts, it's not the thought that's the problem.
They're just a symptom of the fact that I'm in separation with what is me and what I'm experiencing. And there's a no right in that moment.
Mhm.
It's actually the other body. I've got no problem with the other body. It's really what's going on in here that I'm pushing away. I should be able to just let this person be. But okay, right now I can't. Like, can I just say yes to that? And then immediately it falls away like it was never there. There's a lightness and a joy in that. There was this period of my awakening where it was just like, yes, 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 yes. Oh, and yes to you as well. Oh, and yes to you. I don't want to say yes to you. Okay, I'll say yes to that too, you know? I'll say yes to bliss, but I'm not saying it to fear. Okay, I'll say yes to that unwillingness too.
Oh yeah, that's really very, it's more than helpful. It just kind of cuts it away. That's yeah,
The separate
lovely.
sense of separate self is really only resistance to what is, all the ways that we're resisting what is. So when you see it, you go, oh, well, that's in this moment, I'm either resisting what is or I'm not. And that is just a habit that gets chosen again and again until it's automatic. You somehow, along the way, forget how to resist, to argue with reality.
And it is kind of fun when you find these things. Oh, I didn't even know that I was resisting that. And yes, wow,
And then
that's
it's
so
not
lovely.
like, oh my God, the next problem. Why am I not succeeding in my awakening? It's like, this is just the next thing to say yes to. And can I do that? Well, actually, yeah, if I really want to, I can. Mm.
It's like that thing you say about not my problem, not my problem, but it's another one. It's like, yes, yes, yes. And
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. My house is big enough. Just come in, everyone. Yeah. Everything.
it's all in there anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You stole my line.
I probably got it from you.
Who knows? Who knows?
That was great. Thank you so much.
Thanks, love. Wonderful. We'll go to Grace.
Hello, Helen.
Hi, love.
So hearing, I just want to see how can I, okay. So hearing those information, and it feels like something it's resonating with all this um, teachings, and but at the same time, I still feel like when 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 we say this inner yes, I am somehow expecting that this will change the state of how I feel. I'm still feeling yucky. Like no matter how what I try to do, like even saying yes, staying in this, and it feels. I know I am hitting a belief of disability. I feel disabled. Of this is something limitations that like yeah, this is something I have been seeing. Like okay, even my seeing is not enough like okay seeing this but so what yeah
Can you say yes to the so what? Just like energetically, yes. That which is still trying to find a way. Can you just say yes to it? And the emotion too, right? Yes. It's okay to be however you are in this moment. It's okay. Yes. Can we just for a moment stop desperately trying to change how we are? Right now, here, we can all do this, everyone on the Satsang. What happens when I just stop constantly trying to change myself for a second or two?
I'm only feeling like more and more self-hatred like I want to vomit. I feel it even in my mouth.
Say yes to it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. You can be here. This hatred can be here. It's welcome too. Yes. I accept every part of this moment. I will not turn away from anything in this moment. I still might like some of it to be different, but I'll also accept that too. Just as if you've forgotten for a moment how to say no, just yes to the self-hatred, the judgment, the emotion, everything, even the urge to vomit. Just yes.
Okay, it's not changing anything still.
Okay. Yes to this too. Yes to the fact it's not changing. Real yes, a total yes. Yes to the fact that I really want it to change and it isn't doing. I can let that desire be there and that frustration and that sadness.
There is even more hatred about others. It's extending everywhere. Like I'm
Yes,
afraid to, there
yes,
is
yes,
fear of
yes,
collapsing.
yes, yes. If I collapse, so be it. So be it. Yes, yes,
And the feeling of the belief in disability also, yes.
yes. Everything, yes.
Yes,
Everything that comes.
yes.
Everything is coming rushing towards the yes, right? You are a big yes, and everything is coming towards that. A
It's
real
just
moment of self-acceptance, a real moment of self-acceptance, as I am right now, not as I want myself to be, but as I am right now. A total yes. I don't want to argue with myself at all, just for this moment.
there is no this like there is even no desire about whether I say something more to Helen or just I stop. And it's
Yes to that.
confusing.
Yes to both,
If I
right?
say yes to confusion, uh,
You have no no button, right? We've smashed the no. Now you only have the yes option. Yes to confusion, yes to the desire to continue talking, yes to the desire to stop.
okay.
I will not choose. Yes to it all.
Can go forever. Yeah, yes.
Yes. That's why, it feels so good to be with an awakened being because their yes overrides any no's inside you, right? But you can choose your own yes, even to self-hatred, even to pain, confusion. Yes, you're welcome to. All parts of me are welcome here in this space that I am. Yes. Whatever you're feeling right now, just another yes. Let's reaffirm I'm willing to be with this. This can be here. Whatever it is, it can be here. I don't need to take a side or choose or anything. Just yes. Whatever tsunami happens, yes.
What's right thing to do? What is a right thing to do? Whether to say something or not to say it?
I don't know. I don't know. Do you have to know what to do right now in this moment? Do you have to know? If you can accept that you don't know what to do, what's the right thing? then you're sharing the same experience as me. I don't know what to do right now. I have no strategies.
Yes, I am. Uh, it's only confusion.
That's okay. It's okay to be confused, isn't it? It's okay. Can you be confused? Can you really be confused? Can you let yourself be confused? Give it permission, yeah?
And this little girl, I can't help her to grow up. And it's okay. It's yes.
Yes, yes to that too. Yes. Just yes. An awakened being has already said yes to everything that you could ever possibly bring to this moment or show in this moment. And you can do that for yourself. It could be a quiet but resolute decision inside that arises that just says, okay, okay, I cannot and will not be inauthentic anymore. I will not decide how to be. I will just be.
It's only shame here. I keep saying yes, but it's not. It's still here.
So,
Yes. Okay.
what if it stays
Fuck it.
what if it stays forever, Shame? What if it never leaves?
Wow.
Yes to this too, right?
Yeah, then I'm not gonna live my life. I'm gonna just stay on the fence all my life then. It's just gonna be
You don't know that to be true. Now you're telling stories. Let's drop this story. We don't
okay.
know what happens when we say yes to everything. The mind thinks it knows that if I say yes to eternal shame, that my life will be over pretty much.
Okay. This is a story.
It's a story, yeah.
So can I even say yes to the story, or what
Oh,
do I
yeah.
even do
Oh,
with the
yeah.
story?
Yeah, yeah to everything. Only one answer you have now, right? There's no no button now for you. We took that away. Now there's only a yes. Just yes. Yes, even to mind's story about what's going to happen, which is really just a no, isn't it? Mind is just saying no. No to shame. You can override that with a gentle yes. I remember sitting right where you are in your awakening, and the shame still had not gone. Fear still had not gone. Financial troubles still had not gone. And there was this question that arose inside that said, what if it never goes? And immediately the mind said, oh my God, that's terrible. But there was also this very quiet, yes, okay, okay. Because I just could not fight it anymore. Didn't want to. Can feel it, right? Something can just stop the war.
I just want to love my story,
Then you
to
do.
forgive it.
So be it. It is already. It's done, right?
Is it even my story?
No, it's just a story that floats around from brain to brain, visiting and then passing on through.
It's just like this is forgiveness for the mind. It's okay.
Yeah. This is how you fall in love with the mind, too. I have never met anything that I said yes to that stayed. It immediately turned into peace. Immediately. Can you feel it?
Yes, I see as if like I'm encountering the devil. That what this is the devil I have always felt afraid of, that the religion taught me.
And when you actually
This,
get there and you say, yes, there's what's there to be afraid of? It's just an emotion. It's just a story. It's just an experience. And you're still here. You're stronger
and
than.
I believed all the time I am the devil. My mind is the devil.
Can you
And
change?
yes,
Can you change your view on that? Yeah. Yes.
can I just say yes to that?
Yeah. What if you try loving the mind instead? Hating it hasn't really worked, right? What if it's not the worst thing, the mind? What if it's been constantly asking you to love it? What if it's been constantly asking for love?
I even scared you, Helen, with my mind.
You can't scare me, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, I remember what happened in the retreat. I still
Just
go there.
saying yes to the mind as well, right now, totally. And you won't be able to even find it.
Yes.
So for the rest of your life and beyond, the only thing that's going to happen now is anything that you've previously said no to is going to come up for you to say yes. That's all. That's the only thing that's happening ever for any of us. Simple now, right?
Right.
Something arises and you feel the no, oh no, and then you can, okay, yes to both of that. Whatever's arising and the no, I can accept and welcome inside.
Yeah, and I see all the stories that the mind now is trying to present, which is okay, which is yes.
Yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. Wonderful. Thank you for being so
Thank you.
brave. Yeah,
Thank you.
lots of love. Thank you. Okay, we will go to Nate and then we will bring it to a close. Hi, Nate.
Hi, Helen.
Hi.
I just wanted to report on a big yes I had yesterday. Yes, yes. So it's about depression, which has been my training partner, I realize now, for a long time. And
Training partner, did you say?
yeah,
I love it.
that's my take on it yesterday. Like,
Yeah.
so I woke up yesterday and slept well and had a headache and was just in the bed. And about 90 minutes into it, so I'm just getting kind of pummeled by this and feeling hopeless. And
You're on the nosedive, right? You're kind of like really, yeah.
yeah, the what Buddha called them the minions of Mara. Like I was beset. And then I just got this message: just lie down, do some deep breathing, and just be with this. So that settled me. And then I saw there was a lot of fear in here. I just always consider just a bad mood. There's a lot of fear, and the fear was kind of specific. I was afraid of this will never go away. I was ashamed, which is this fear of being like this. Oh God, I'm damaged. I'm not being productive. There's something I had to do today, and if I don't get that done, there can be really awful consequences. And for each fearful story, I had dealt with each one of these over the years, and a teacher came to my aid and said, "Is curiosity came?" I said, "Is this really true?"
Uh-huh.
And then a teacher, a lesson that I learned, one from you was, I don't have to like it in order to be a yes. That was very helpful. And then just other, so each, it was like a karate movie where the assailants seemed to come one after another. They're not smart enough to come all at once. So they come, and each time I met each one, and then all that was left was nothing.
What if they're not like ganging up on you, but waiting politely in line because they want their turn in the yes?
that's what I'm seeing it. Like in the movies, they've scripted it. So it really is one. I think, guys, you ought to all come off at the same time. But so one at a time. And it was just this joy. It was like a tennis game. It was just this joy. I knew I was totally able to meet this fear with a yes, with curiosity. Is that true? And then what was left was this beautiful energy. And I could see this energy was no different than what I would call joy.
Mhm.
Was and that this was always working on my behalf. And it was teaching me where I had all these fearful stories. So it was like this was my superpower, the tool I gave myself to wake up uh, most efficiently.
Wow.
That's my story. That's the story I'm going to stick to.
I like those ones. Tell it again. That's
Yeah,
so amazing.
yeah,
You know, that moment where you recognize that everything I've been pushing away, there's the doorway to freedom right there, right in that thing I'm pushing away. There's the doorway. And
yeah.
you suddenly
Hiding
see this
right.
exit sign, exit. You go, oh, yeah. And it's been there forever, but we can finally see it.
And though I've been working on this for a decade, as recently as a week ago, I was talking to my coach, and I was able to say this energy had me, and I just said, I hate this. And I
You meant
really got
it.
it
You
out
meant it, right?
and
Yeah.
realized, wow, that's not all that helpful because it's myself. It's just hating myself. So that was very helpful to see that's not going to work.
Yeah. Maybe I can gently step away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And the story is so convincing.
Mhm.
The story that no, this really is a problem.
Yeah.
The whole world is, and I was all my life buying into that.
Mm.
It's the truth, but it feels counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm stepping toward this.
When
I'm
every
running.
fiber of your being wants to step away, you can
Yeah,
still make a choice to move towards it. And that's what we realize.
yeah,
Those are the times we really have to step towards it.
yeah. But I've had a lot of help over this past 12 years. I discovered a Korean Buddhist temple near me. And I realized these two reverends, I didn't know what was happening. But in retrospect, I could see they were just steady right next to me. Well, I went through, they couldn't go through it for me, but they didn't back off. I didn't frighten them. If I got upset, they didn't worry about them, didn't run them off. And I remember saying to them once, you two are way better than wives or girlfriends because when I get upset with you, you have to come back. Which they did. So they just stood there, and I didn't really know what I was doing. Now, in retrospect, it's becoming more clear. Just they,
You were just feeling what you were feeling, right? You were saying yes to it as
back
much as you
then,
could in that moment. You were just saying yes.
I was
And
so
they were sitting
grateful
by the
for the.
side saying yes, also, right?
Yes, just the fact that I walked in the door was a yes 12 years ago.
Just the fact that you even exist, they said yes.
Back back that I exist as a yes.
Yeah.
I hadn't had that thought before.
Even to the people, those two priests, what do you call reverends? Sorry, reverend.
Reverends, priests, yeah.
Even to people that they will never meet, they're saying yes.
So they were saying yes, and me
And
too.
in their yesness, in their totality of yesness, it's pretty
Mhm.
hard for us to say no. It kind of
Say that again.
it's pretty hard for us to say no in their totality.
Around them. Yes. Like I was very sciencey then, and I felt that the scriptures weren't giving science its due. When I came in one morning, I was really angry. I said, her name is Wong Gong. Wong Gong, I'm really upset about this passage. And she said, read me passage. I said, I don't want to read it. I want to be pissed off about it.
I'd rather be
She said,
angry, thank you. Yeah.
I'd rather be angry. I said, I don't want to read it. She said, read me passage. So I start reading it to her. And halfway through, I realize she's got her hand on my head. And I said, why have you got your hand on my head? And she said, give you watery energy, but I love your fiery energy. And then she couldn't stop laughing. She was so, it wasn't laughing at me. It was just, she was just delighted by my ire.
Mhm.
And you're right, I could not stay angry.
There's something delicious about when someone is being authentic. Like if I'm really angry, let me just be angry. And you were totally being authentic, right? Like
Yeah,
I want to be angry. Like I can feel there's something that really wants to ride this all the way. And there's something so deliciously authentic about that. I won't should myself, right? I won't shouldn't myself either. I'm going to be angry.
yeah. I didn't want to be angry, but she allowed it.
And you also did. You did, and
I allowed it too.
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. I'll just give you this one other story. At the end of retreat, during retreat, I get 15 minutes with her, and I was feeling sorry for myself. And I wanted her to feel sorry for me too.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
And what she said was, Nate, your boat is sinking, and you should come up here and stand next to me. I'm not going to get in there and help you bail. But no commiseration. I call her a no commiseration zone. Yeah.
We're gonna just celebrate the destruction, the falling apart.
Celebrate the falling apart.
It's a very auspicious thing. It feels terrible and strange, sometimes very
Yeah, it would be, it is
very
frightening.
weird, but it's very auspicious. Very
Yeah, that's the fear of I'm losing myself, who I
good,
think I am. Yeah,
good.
say yes.
There
Yeah, wave
was a
goodbye.
point for me where I was like, actually, that's I can see now that that's a good thing if I'm losing who I think I am. At first, there
Yeah,
was resistance to that, and I wanted to try to hold on
yeah.
to it.
I remember once doing spiritual medicine, came on very fast, and I got very frightened. I was with a friend, and I told him, Kirk, I'm getting really frightened here. I'm afraid I'm going to lose myself.
Mm.
He said, Dave, if you fight this, it's going to be difficult. You know,
And you still fought it anyway.
I did fight it, and I threw up.
Mm.
And like 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, he said, how are you? And I said, well, I think I'm through it. And I had been really nauseous. And he just said, Nate, what is nausea? I stopped and I said, wow, nausea is a belief in separation. That there's a me that could be sick. And so I saw, no, it's one thing. I am nausea. Nausea is not just an energy.
Mm.
Beautiful.
You should write a book, all these
Oh,
experiences.
I should. And all these wonderful people helped me along the way. Now you showed up. Incredible.
We've always been together. I just have different faces, right? Along the way. Different faces.
Yeah, I don't think I'm quite there, but it's a tantalizing thing to hear. It's like teasing the next movie.
Teaser trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing.
And we are blessed. Thank you to everybody who's here
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
this community.
Thank you so much for sharing your amazing destruction.
Yes,
Thank
I've
you.
reached the end of my rope.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Bring it on. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So that's a really wonderful and amazing place to close the satsang tonight. I'm always blown away by all your authentic sharing and your bravery and your courage to be able to allow such openings to happen. And I always wonder, if I was I didn't have a community when I was waking up, and I always wonder if I had something like this, would I be brave enough to put my hand up? And I guess I'll never really know. But I'm brave enough in my other bodies, right? So thank you, and sending much, much love. Namaste.